if you are a guy who once in a while, you pick up a tennis racket, you play tennis once in a while. Not all the time, but once in a while, maybe once or twice a week, you pick up a tennis racket. Are you going to beat Jimmy Connors, Briong Board, guys who all they do at the highest level is play tennis all day long? It's a street fighter is a guy who once in a while gets into a fight. Yeah. But a professional fighter is a guy who does it every single day. I fought for 28 years. Now, I'm in the Guinness Book of World Records, not for that. I'm in for winning 11 world titles. And people said, was that a goal? I said, no. If I had ever told anybody that my goal is to win 11 world titles, they'd say, you're out of your mind. You'd be lucky to win one. That's an accomplishment to win one title.
That's amazing,
But in kickboxing, we have many different weight divisions, right? Like boxing. And we have different rules. We have 3 different sets of rules. So there are 3 different forms of kickboxing. And I won all of them. The Thai boxing, Japanese kickboxing, and American for what they call full contact. It's only kicking above the waist. And if they'd had MMA, the best sport I ever did, the best sport I was built for, let's say I did naturally, is wrestling. The reason for that is this. I went to the Coast Guard, I told you. When I left the Coast Guard, I had no money. So I go up to the junior college, and I said, what sports do you have here? Because I had no money to pay for school. I wanted to go to school, get my education. They go, we got basketball, but the team's already picked, what is your wrestling background? We got a wrestling team. And I said, well, I've never even watched a wrestling match, but I want to try out. And they go, the athletic director says, son, these are state national champions. You cannot start a sport at the collegiate level. There's no sport. The first day you've touched a basketball. First time it dribble is you're trying out for a college basketball team. But I'd never wrestled before, but I was an athlete. Like I said, I was the MVP of my high school football and basketball team. So I was strong. I was in shape. So the guy gets me this 190-pound wrestler, and he says, just work with him. Let me watch you. And see. And I rolled it on the mat. Now, I'm not going to say I didn't even know what the rules were. I had to ask him, what am I trying to do? And you're trying to pin the guy. But it's college wrestling is really strict. You can't go against the joints. You can't cause any pain to the guy or nothing. It's not like submission, where you can get him in an arm bar, and you can get him in a chokehold. No, collegiate wrestling is not like that. But the coach could see I was an athlete, so he said, "I'm going to give you 2 weeks." And he said, at the end of 2 weeks, I'll make a decision. You either get a full scholarship or you're not going to go to school at this university. And so I get the scholarship. In my second year, I took 4th in the state of Florida at